Hey, so feels like they're hitting me in my chest with the energy weapons right here. Y'all see all these bumps, bites from me sleeping outside. Um, I bought some bracelets today. I bought some bracelets for to try to repel, the bugs and stuff. Um, so it's raining outside, and I don't know if tonight if yeah, I don't know if it's gonna get. I mean, if it's gonna rain tonight. But now I really don't have a place to protect myself against the rain. You know. So this morning I went to go get my little breakfast, and um, well, I guess I ate a early, like it was a mixture of breakfast and lunch, brunch, I guess, a sandwich and granola bar, plus some healthy green juice. Um, so I went to the grocery store, and then I had to go to Family Dollar to get a few necessities. And then on my way walking from Family Dollar, they had this black guy in a blue Lexus who offered me a ride. And I have those bags right there, plus my pouch. So he offered me a ride and like rushed me to get in the car. And then he offered me the prostitute. I'm glad he didn't rape me, but I feel like a whore. The fact that he approached me like that, and I see a narcissistic abuser would call me stupid, and they would over exaggerate and lie and say that I did prostitute with him. And so that's what they would do, and they would condemn me and say I had no business getting in the car with the guy. But then there's other people who would be like, well, you can't, just because you have a bad experience with one person don't mean you got to shut everybody out. That you know so I don't know, but I know I didn't do anything. He called himself trying to kick me out the car as a punishment for not wanting to and he was driving around in a Lexus, but it's like he was desperate to like want to pay somebody, and he didn't even have that much money on him. Wanted to ask me if I wanted to make a few dollars, and he kept asking, and I said no. So he put me on the side, and then left me to walk the rest of the way. Well, I don't do stuff like that anyway, no matter how desperate I am. Plus, I don't mean to tell TMI, but like I was worried the other day. Well, my the monthly enemy, if you get what I'm saying, finally came. So that would have been an embarrassment if he would have seen that anyway. you know. So, but I don't prostitute or anything like that. But I heard that it's perps that approach you like a prostitute also, because they had that false rumor and that lie about some of the females. And so and that's one of the reasons, the idea why female targeted individuals get raped frequently, because that lie that we're a prostitute and stuff. I never a day in my life prostituted. I never accepted sex in exchange for money or none of that. So he kicked me out the car, you know, for refusing sex from him or whatever. I mean, when I was in Alabama, they had a guy offer me a ride, and he didn't do me anything bad, But I don't know why some people are just why they just so hell bent on wanting to. I wish you wouldn't have came in. They just so hell bent on you know wanting to disrespect women, you know. So it's like so after that I went to this Anglican church just to try to use the bathroom. Um I went to use the bathroom because they hit me with the doo-doo weapons, and I cleaned myself up and cleaned everything. And then this guy, this older man, I don't know if he was the pastor or not, but he came kind of run after me and asked me if I was okay, and he invited me to join their fake ass church, and so me and him talked a bit. Oh, my leg is itching. Um, and so I I told him about my homeless situation, and he seemed like he was so sympathetic. But the very moment I told him about my targeting situation, it was somebody, I'm not sure if it was a perp, but the person can't just the moment I mentioned about my targeting situation, the person came and rode by with a loud motorcycle, and then walked up into the church, and 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 I couldn't tell if that was a man or a woman. It had a voice of an actual man, but he had boobs and long hair and clean shave. He didn't have beard or mustache, but he looked like as if it was a woman with a man's voice. So I couldn't tell what gender that person was that was on a motorcycle and then just ran inside. So happened the moment when I was telling the man about I told him briefly. I didn't tell him too much about my targeting situation. When he gave me $3, not the tranny person, but the actual man that was I think he was the pastor. And so he seemed sympathetic and nice and stuff. But when I told him about the targeting program a little bit, and I told him, about the government terrorist watch list when you've done nothing wrong. And like that was when the tranny came at the exact same time. And so when I told the man about the government watch list, and I said I've never done anything terroristic, and I said that these wicked, evil people, they would call Jesus a terrorist. That's when he had cut the conversation and hurried up and ran inside. Then I felt bad, like as if I did something wrong or something. So it's like I don't know. I mean, he but then he was saying that, oh, we're in evangelical and we believe Jesus Christ is Lord, and but he said that their views are somewhat similar to Catholic. I'm like, well, I know not to join an Anglican church. I never saw a black person associated with Anglican, just the rich, proper white people. And I don't even see the poor whites. So then I went and walked towards downtown. At the very last minute, I thought, I'm going to go to Fosco. And at the very last minute, like I was a few steps away from there. And then Alex, who never goes to Fosco, was there. Like, and he was there before. I'm like, damn, at the last minute, within a few seconds, I'm talking about wanting to go to Fosco. And then he's there already. So then I came over here, and I was able to beat the rain. Like, it's just before it started pouring down. I beat the rain. So yeah, that's the story of my crazy weird morning. And so um I'll see y'all later. Bye.